The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
Walk out on that field today. Ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. And let's go to the house. And let's go to the house. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready. And let's go to the house. And let's go to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this hollering, we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up the chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. So much crying from that. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had no work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready. And let's go to the house. And let's go to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
This game is just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I feel like I need to catch my breath, man. I feel like I need to catch my breath. Stuff has been flying by so fast. 1 minute is this, the next minute is that. I hadn't caught my breath from NASCAR banning the Confederate flag at their races, from their cars, from their race car uniforms, race car driver uniforms, and all of their facilities, and all that meant when we got the breaking news yesterday that the NFL was going to commit $250 million over the next 10 years to a fund to combat racism and social injustices against black people. And not only that, but they're going to use all of their platforms, all of their networks to make sure that there's education, there's awareness, and that everybody sees that they're fully committed to this. I know people that are like, 250. Jordan did 100 million over 10 years, and the entire league that made 12 to 15 billion or more, did 250 million. I don't sneeze at millions. I don't sneeze at millions. You dropping millions on something, you got my attention. And then you drop 250 of them on them when you didn't have to do it. I'm gonna say thank you, and I'm gonna say let's get it. That's me. That's just me. I'm gonna say thank you. Merci beaucoup, mucho gracias, dankeschön. I'm going down the whole repertoire of languages I know and I don't know. I'm going to say thank you very much, because that is 250 million pointed in the right direction of the problem. I got 250 million resources now that we can use and try and resolve this problem. So, again, I know it's always up for discussion and for debate. I'm listening. I I can't expect people to listen to me and I'm not listening to them. So if you want to get in, 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. I want to hear your thoughts. You can also text me, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. So that was the breaking news that came out of the NFL yesterday evening. And then Justin Reed, safety for the Texans, is one of the many players, and there are many, who is working behind the scenes to try and get Colin Kaepernick and his brother Eric Reed back in the NFL. In fact, they're literally trying to work to get them, a legitimate chance to be back in the NFL. No fake tryouts, no fake jamborees, no fake pro days, real workouts on like normal workouts, like whenever they're trying to see if a guy can make the team, invite him in, work him out, ask him the questions, go over the whatever the stuff you go over with those kind of players, and then make your decision. I like it. Pete Carroll came out yesterday and said that he regretted not signing Colin Kaepernick in 2017. Seattle is one of the few teams that brought Colin in. Although they did not work him out, they brought him in, and apparently, unbeknownst to me, not like everything's got to be known by me, but apparently Colin Kaepernick would call Pete Carroll from time to time for advice. Apparently, they had some kind of relationship going on where Colin would call Pete for advice. So, that being said, Pete Carroll's like, oh, man, I really hate that I didn't hire him back in 2017. Also got word that another team has called Pete Carroll to get his inside knowledge about Colin Kaepernick recently, and I'm talking about within days. So there apparently is some activity. We'll see where it goes, how it goes, and what it turns out to be. But apparently there is some activity. So we'll see. And then Hugh Jackson. I know a lot of folks don't like Hugh. Oh, Hugh Jackson, worst NFL coach ever. Ain't the worst ever. Had a couple of bad years, but ain't the worst ever. Man was 8-8 up in Oakland, so he ain't the worst ever. But he came out and he said that he too regretted not being able to sign Colin back in 2017. And in fact, went as far as to say it was not his decision not to hire him. So, I don't know, Jimmy Haslam. I don't know whoever your general manager was back then, because you were trying to run a football organization with a baseball front office. Maybe one of those baseball guys couldn't figure out that the analytics said that maybe Colin would have been a good fit in Cleveland before you got your savior, almighty Baker Mayfield. I think you're supposed to genuflect and cross your hands and bow your head and close your eyes when you say the great Baker Mayfield's name. Now, he hadn't played like it, but, talks a good game. So there you go. That's the Colin Kaepernick update. Keith Hennick says, fingers crossed for Tampa. Okay. I mean, again, I wouldn't be mad if Colin played for Bruce Arians. I wouldn't be mad. Byron Leftwich, I wouldn't be mad. Colin's got a lot of rust to knock off. I heard some other people talking today. Maybe the game has passed him by and, he's been out of the league 3 to 4 years. I know guys that they got out of the soup kitchen line. I know guys that they got out of the classroom. I mean, for Christ's sake, they brought guys back who had been out of the league for a while. And, they turned out to be all right. Are those McNown brothers still playing? Josh, let's see, there's Josh, there's Luke, I can't even remember them all. Josh, Luke, Jake from State Farm. I mean, you've got plenty of guys that have hung on in the league, that they literally got them off the street. Here, put this uniform on. I remember when they brought Josh Freeman in one year to, I'm going to tell a lie, was it Minnesota or Detroit or somewhere like that? And Freeman didn't even know the playbook. I mean, Freeman didn't even know the playbook. Now, he didn't play well, but they brought him in off the street and put him in, that next week or week and a half. These are pro athletes. These are professionals. For a lot of them, it's muscle memory on most of it, and then it's figuring out, okay, we say 38 loop, 28 go, 15 hook on Z, on 2, and you just got to figure out what the terminology is for the new place that you're at. I'm not making it simple because it's not just simple, but it's not as hard as other people are trying to make. Do I think he's going to look like Lamar Jackson? No. But do I think he's going to look better than Mitch Trubisky? Yeah. Do I think that on his worst day, he'll still be better than Mike Glennon? Absolutely. Absolutely. Like there's some quarterbacks that I'm even high on that I think this Colin right now walking off the street will be as good, if not better than, and I'll tell you right now, hate me if you want to, one of them's up in Indianapolis. I mean, y'all want to convince people that this dude had no talent around him in LA with the Chargers, and I'm telling you, the dude had some of the best receivers, had a decent running game, had an offensive line that was just ready to get after it, and this dude was still throwing it to the other team 20 times. So all of a sudden now, he's going to be the savior of Indianapolis. Okay. To each his own. If I'm Frank Reich and I don't have a previous relationship with Phillip Rivers, and I'm just looking at, let me bring somebody in that can give us a little bit of a shot in the arm, a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of an uptick, and won't wreck our system too much. Colin Phillip. Colin, come here. I mean, he's got just as much a shot as Phillip Rivers. I'm talking about this Phillip Rivers. Don't take me back to his glory days in San Diego. I'm not talking about his glory days in San Diego. I'm talking about this Phillip Rivers. Everybody keeps telling me about the greatest of all time, Tom Brady. We're talking about this Tom Brady. I'm not saying Colin is as good as this Tom Brady. I'm just saying, in my opinion, my humble opinion, Colin Kaepernick is as good as this Phillip Rivers, not the other one. All right, let me take a break. I'll be back. I know y'all want to eat me up. 281-453-1000 is the number to dial. 281-453-1000 is the number to dial. Garrick Jones, Commissioner of the State's Developmental Football League, also former NFL player, played with the Texans, played with the Falcons, played with some other teams, played in the CFL. He's going to be joining me today. Give us just a readout on this $250 million from the NFL, how big that is, and anything else. All right, got callers calling in. You get in. Got lines open, 281-453-1000. We'll get you right after the break on the lunch break. Hey, we're broadcasting live on Facebook and YouTube today. All right, we'll be back.
Person representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816. If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-961-2730. 800-961-2730. That's 800-961-2730.
Hey, sports fans, this is AJ Jones, and I know we're all going through some trying times right now. Schools are closed, and things are far from normal. I was thinking, how can we help here on
Keith, you're
KYOK
absolutely right.
and on the lunch break? And I heard these words, help make memories. So how about this? How about your child, age 12 and up, has a chance to be my co-host
I doubled
for
up
the
on
day.
my vitamins.
That's right,
today.
30 minutes every Tuesday right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. Your child can invite their friends, their family, and even their classmates to hear them talk sports with me, AJ Jones, on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140
hey, CJ, what's going on?
92.3 FM. Send me an email message at aj@kyoksports.com. That's aj@kyoksports.com with your child's name and why they should be the one to be my co-host for the day. Again, we're going to make memories during this tough times right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
Be sure to tune in to Motivational Thursdays on Shiloh Radio, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., where you will be encouraged, inspired, and ignited on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Hi, this is TJ from South Park. I listen to the lunch break with AJ Jones on 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, thank you, TJ. Appreciate you over there in South Park. You know, they don't know nothing about that. They don't know about that South Park right next to that sunny side. Anyway, let me go to the phone line. Got our caller of the year from 2017. Colin, man, Ferdinand, we have to put you into the caller of the year Hall of Fame, dude. It's about that time. Once it's been 5 years, you're eligible for the Hall of Fame, bro.
Absolutely. Definitely take that in consideration.
Listen, I know the voters, and I know you're going in. You were the very first caller on this show, so I know you're going in, bro.
Well, I definitely wouldn't mind that Hall of Fame, but also Hall of Fame I definitely wouldn't mind also would be Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And let me say this real quick. I just want to see him back in the league. I just want to see him back in the league. I want to see him on a roster. I do want to see him play, but I want to see him get a time to get ready to play. I don't want to see him picked up on a Thursday, thrown in the game on a Sunday, and then everybody's like, see, told you he was no good. I don't want to see that.
No, the thing about it is Colin is not ready to start. Colin can still be the best backup in the NFL. I would give Colin 2 to 3 years to get back in some shape, and then he can go back into being able to run a whole team. But no, he's definitely not ready, AJ, to be out in the forefront. But he would be the best backup that anybody could ever ask for. And when it comes to Black America, AJ, look, when it comes to academics, we're brilliant. When it comes to athleticism, we're brilliant. All we need is opportunity. If the playing field was level, nobody in this world could touch us. All we need is one opportunity. and we'll make the best of whatever opportunity we can. So I wish and pray that he can get back in. He done absolutely nothing wrong, but that's just the way of the world. It's so much that get going on. Even NFL, donating their money. Look at this. Had not NFL do nothing, their money in this next series of years would plummet. Because why? They're seeing the movement that they probably haven't seen in a long, long time. The George Floyd situation is serious. You have people more on the bandwagon than not, and you have more joining the march. We have to, what we're doing now, keep doing it until we can absolutely do it again. We have to stay in the forefront. We have to let people know, AJ, that we mean business. It's not in the looting. It's not in the burning down buildings. But yes, we have to be proactive and let people know, man, we're serious. We're tired, and we'll never go back to 400 years, never again. This is a new day, and everybody that can put in, help AJ will make a difference. And that's how we want AJ, is a difference. If you allow us to be equal a part of the program, then America could be great.
Yeah, I keep trying to explain to people we're talking about not being less than, even though you thought we were on the same playing field. You haven't walked in my shoes. Just because you visit my neighborhood don't mean you know what I go through every day. And we're not talking about being greater than. We're talking about being equal to. And once we are equal to on every level, trust me, we will excel. And it's not, again, excel over you. It's everybody has greatness, and we got greatness in us too. So. Ferdinand, I'm up against a break. You want to hold on, or you want to talk to me later?
No, man. Just have a wonderful weekend, man, and just keep fighting a good fight. That's the only thing I can say, man. I'm here to do whatever it takes.
All right, brother. You stay safe out there, man.
All right, have a good one.
All right. We'll be right back with more right after this on the lunch break.
But you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do? Call US Med for home delivery of your supplies. If you have diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at little or no cost, which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers and helps you make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
800-417-0851. 800-417-0851. That's 800-417-0851.
How'd you like to eliminate your expensive cable bill forever or get new satellite internet where cable can't go? Well, now you can have affordable satellite internet service for a few dollars a day. All you need is a mini satellite installed, and you can have unlimited internet connections wirelessly in your home or office. And no cable boxes means unlimited connections and no clutter. You can surf the internet or stream any of your favorite television services with no cable. And the best part is, satellite internet service costs only a few dollars a day for your entire home. Yes, fast internet to surf or stream television for a few bucks a day. Call now for free details and learn how to drop your expensive cable bill.
800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. That's 800-712-8044.
Having trouble getting focused? Getting your to-do list turned on?
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
KYOK 1140 and 92.3.
Nobody wants to get ripped off, broken into, or robbed, but nobody wants to pay a lot of money to have their home protected either. I've got an offer to tell you about to provide home security for your home for less than $1 a day.
What's up, Donna Coleman Homan?
No installation or equipment charges. And this is from a company rated #1 by a leading consumer research company. According to the facts, most of you won't even call unless there's a burglary in your neighborhood or something bad happens. So let's give you a reason. Save money. For less than $1 a day with no other costs, you can get your home secured.
What's going on,
plus,
man?
get a
Garrett, call me on the phone too.
You need protection for your home. Call the Home Security Hotline right now.
800-561-6947. 800-561-6947. 800-561-6947. Again, that's 800-561-6947.
Yes.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
What kind of career are you looking for? Do you dream of using your creative talents in the movie business? How about the advertising world? Or would you rather work in fashion? At Academy of Art University, we can help you get the art and design skills and experiences that employers want. Hundreds of top companies in the Bay Area and around the world have hired graduates from the Academy. You'll be trained by professional faculty members that have worked in the industry, so your education is practical and focused on what real-world companies want. You can get your degree at our San Francisco campus or anywhere online. Do what you want to do with your life. Call right now to get more information.
800-811-4169. 800-811-4169. 800-811-4169. That's 800-811-4169.
Hi, this is Sonia from Southeast Houston, and you're listening to The Lunch Break on 92.3 and KYOK.
All right, y'all. We're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Freestyle Friday, and I've been telling y'all there has been a lot going on, and here to help some of it makes sense for me is none other than Garrick Jones. He is a former player with the Houston Texans, played in the NFL, played in the CFL, and is the commissioner and founder of the States Developmental Football League. Garrick Jones, what's going on, my brother? Man, I'm just sitting back, bro, right now. I'm just like, what in the world? Hey, all joking aside, these young people are flipping this thing upside down, man. They ain't playing at all. Do you hear me? Well, I, for one, am not trying to stop them, slow them down, get in their way, or anything. Garrick, they're saying they can't hear you. Let me make sure I don't have you muted or anything like that. You're not muted on your side, are you? You good? All right, because I thought you were good the way you were sounding before. Yeah, can y'all hear him now? I know they can hear you on the radio because I can hear you in my headset. But I think on the internet, they're saying they can't hear you. So just stay right there. We'll see how it goes from here. But so Garrick, I mean, the NFL has done their part. The young folks, look, the young people on the inside of the NFL went clandestine, Doc. They went stealth mode. And got with Michael Thomas, and they got that video put out, that first video. What was your thoughts when you saw that? Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you 100% because when they got together with the NFL to do that video, and the NFL greats of the greats. Now, this is not Colin Kaepernick. This is not anybody else, but this is the group that that folks are trying to invest and trying to get endorsements from. These guys are saying, what if it had been me? What if it had been me?
Yeah, exactly. And that is the stance that they had to look at, because when you look at what has happened for so many years, you put yourself in that position. And you say, man, what if it was me? And that's what I think about with new teams. And I think about that with myself. And with my mom and auntie, you could just ask me, hey, please be careful when you go out and everything else like that. It's what we all see, and what we all see. So, but then we put themselves in that finally goes to the perspective. And I think that was a very good thing. It was a very good some uncomfortable conversations that we had to have.
Yeah, man. I mean, that part to me was just like, wow. And then for them to get together in a meeting back at the NFL office via video and have this young man in the meeting, and Roger Goodell, walks away from that meeting saying, I got to make a video of my own, where he literally said, hey, almost 90% of what they told him to say, that's what he said. Certain things he couldn't say and certain things he didn't say, but he literally stuck to the script almost 90%.
Right, man. It's about to be a huge deal, especially in the NFL, everything that goes on in the world today. It's a gift, man. And that's the beautiful thing about it. Of course, we're going to take steps, but we're taking a step in the right direction. And it's up to us to continue the movement and not lose the momentum. That's something that's going at the polls. I want that same energy when it comes down to voting. And not just from the head level of president, this is from your local situation. We have to be able to take control of this thing and say, hey, look, this is the world that we want to be in, and that's what it is.
Yeah, Garrick Jones joining us. He is a former member of the Houston Texans as a football player. He also played with some other teams in the NFL, played in the CFL, and founded a league called the States Developmental Football League as their commissioner. And he is literally pushing to be the general manager of the Houston Texans via a petition drive, and has putting in the work. Now, he ain't just sitting back saying anything, I give me what I want. He's putting in the work. He's going to classes. He's doing all that kind of stuff. And we're talking about, the NFL literally coming around to a position that I didn't think I would see them take in my lifetime. And I'm just being very frank with you. Not only did Commissioner Goodell make that statement, but they make a statement last night that they are committing $250 million for the next 10 years to a fund that's going to help fight racism and social injustices against Black people. And also going to use all the networks under their platform to bring about awareness and education. And they're going to listen to the players where that money should be spent. That's huge, man. That's huge. Am I wrong?
No, that's big, man. But that's one step.
Okay, talk to me.
We have to continue to go down that road. We got to hold them accountable. Just like, everything that we do on the field is being held accountable. It's the same thing with the actual league itself. To put the money in the position to us, that's it. That's a wonderful thing. It's all about follow through. We got to have a proof of concept. We got to have those active items. Because we're doing a lot of talking for a long time. So now it's all about action. Marshawn Lynch, we got that action back. And that's what it's about. Like I say, it's up to us to continue down the road that we're headed. Because it's a positive step. And that's what it's all about. No negative step. We may laterally take a step over there, but as long as it's positive and we're 10-yard increments, eventually we'll get to that touchdown and that'll get us where we need to be.
Garrick Jones talking with us about this move, and like he said, that's one move. Garrick, let me ask you a question, and it's been noticed by me and several others.
Right.
Does it say anything negatively or positively to you that none of the owners have come out and spoken since Roger Goodell made the video, especially since he made the announcement about the $250 million? Why are the owners not speaking in their own community now, saying, yes, we are 100% behind this. A lot of them spoke up after, seeing the video of George Floyd and all of that. But right now, the only person speaking from the NFL has been Roger Goodell.
Because, he's the top. So he's more or less the representation of all the teams. And for them to now step out and speak separately. So what they look at from an organizational standpoint, they allow him to do the commission. That's what they're paying him to do. They're paying him to represent all of them as a team. Now, will we like to see that? Of course. The more you get a chance to see them, the more you get a chance to hear them, definitely you want to see that. But from a logical standpoint, that's what I see. And for them, it's the United Front. They have their stance on it and say, hey, look, we're going to put this money into this, and we're behind what you're saying to everybody else. So that's more or less what the picture is.
And I hear you loud and clear. Don't disagree with you. Is it suspicious that Jerry Jones has not said anything before, during, or after?
I wouldn't. And that's what people got to understand. It's like Jerry's going to be Jerry. Just like Robert Kraft is going to be Robert Kraft, Arthur Blank is going to be Arthur Blank. That's just what it is. I wouldn't say, okay, they're this way or they're that way. I'm pretty sure once they found in the meeting, when they went through everything, they said, okay, Robert, and that's pretty much what it's going to be. Would we like to hear Jerry Jones say something? Of course. That's just the nature of the team, which is unfortunate because there's a lot of emotion right now. A ton of emotion. From a logical standpoint, you have to be able to say, okay, we understand that here is where we are. What are the next steps? They put that out there clearly. Here's this money that we're going to do over the next 2 years. When it's clear and concise, and they allow you to do it. He's getting paid a lot of money. So there you go.
Yeah. That's why he definitely makes the big bucks. For those just tuning in, we've got Garrick Jones tuning in with us from his beachside location, man. You close that window. I said, oh man, he up there in Hawaii somewhere. He done decided to quarantine up in the island somewhere. But Garrick, put on your GM hat and then put on your player T-shirt and answer this question for me. Is one of the steps that the league needs to take bringing Colin Kaepernick back into the league? Either give him a fair workout, a fair tryout, put him on a team. Is that one of the steps? GM hat, player T-shirt, does that need to happen for you?
I'd bring him in, but the thing you got to look at is you have a shelf life in the NFL. We've been out of ball for a long time. So there's always going to be somebody younger and people. And he has to be able to compete. If he's not able to compete, this is what I would do as a general manager. I would bring him in from a diversity and inclusion standpoint. I would allow him to be able to rep our athletes in the sport and also be able to bring in his point of view and his perspective, in which now the youth organization will set the template for the rest of the NFL. If there's a virus that you have, you go to the doctor. 9 times out of 10, he's not going to prescribe something topical for you to put a lotion or a potion or whatever it is, maybe you're going to get a shot. And for him to be back into the league, that can be part of that opportunity to be in there all the time. See what I'm saying? So people have to understand that it's a business, and although it would be the popular thing, the popular vote, if he cannot help us win games, he has to be in a position to help us win games on the field. He can't play forever, but he's been there for a long time.
Yeah, that's a fair statement. And you haven't played the game and haven't evaluated talent from a commissioner level and now looking at it from a general manager level. I can respect that from you, and I really appreciate that comment. Let's go more G and Dre from the street. Does that kill Colin's message if he takes a job with the NFL versus being on the team where he's competing as a quarterback? If he just takes a job as the quality control manager of diversity, does that kill his message?
No, actually, it gives him an opportunity to really enforce his message, even more so. But what we have to do, what parents have to do, and what, like I said, it's about removing the logic from the emotion. If everybody has emotional outlooks on everything that goes on with you, 9 times out of 10, you'll be the wrong way to go. So to be able to make more of an impact, you got to be on the outside looking in. You got to have a seat at the table. If you don't have a seat at the table, it's crap. Because you're just like everybody else. You're going to be the voice for those things. You don't be the voice for the things. You have to actually volunteer to go back into the line. And that's what it's about.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Garrick, do me a favor. Stay right there. We got to take a quick break. We'll come back with more. Garrick Jones, former Houston Texan, former NFL player, former CFL player, and he is the commissioner of the State's Development Football League, the S.D.F.L, and he is in the process of trying to become the general manager of your Houston Texans via petition drive. And I'm telling you, he got my vote. I'm telling you, I'm all in. We'll be right back with him and more. If you want to get in, 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. Or text me, 832-403-5005. It's The Lunch Break on the legendary KYOK.
This is a potter's field. When people can't pay for their funerals, they are buried here. It is a lonely, desolate place, littered with unmarked headstones. No one visits. No one leaves flowers. But it doesn't have to be that way. For as low as $1 a day, you can ensure your family will have the money to pay your funeral expenses. We offer burial insurance plans that pay up to $30,000. Considering the average funeral costs more than $10,000, that's peace of mind for your family. There are no medical exams. Your rates won't increase. And your policy cannot be canceled as long as you make your premium payments. Call now to get approved in minutes and ensure your final resting place is more than just a pauper's grave in a potter's field.
800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. That's 800-308-6729. Paid for by Final Expense Direct.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? Quick Cash Offer can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents and risking your safety by showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your home to foreclosure. If you have any equity in your home, we will buy it and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call Quick Cash Offer now before the economy gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just don't want to get the cash you need today.
800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. That's 800-780-1431.
Hey, this is Tori and Terry, and we're with a new show on the legendary KYOK called Marriage Talk with Tori and Terry.
Yes, that's Saturdays at 1 p.m. Marriage Talk with us. You can call in and talk with us about your marriage questions, engagement, relationship questions. We're here to assist you. Saturdays at 1 p.m.
And that's on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
Talk to you then.
Again I say unto you, if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything, it shall be done for them by my Father who is in heaven. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. Matthew 18, 19, and 20. That's the gospel. And we're KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK. 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
What kind of career are you looking for? Do you dream of using your creative talents in the movie business? How about the advertising world? Or would you rather work in fashion? At Academy of Art University, we can help you get the art and design skills and experiences that employers want. Hundreds of top companies in the Bay Area and around the world have hired graduates from the Academy. You'll be trained by professional faculty members that have worked in the industry, so your education is practical and focused on what real-world companies want. You can get your degree at our San Francisco campus or anywhere online. Do what you want to do with your life. Call right now to get more information.
800-811-4169. 800-811-4169. 800-811-4169. That's 800-811-4169.
Now, back to the lunch break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Freestyle Friday, and we are talking with Garrick Jones. He is a former Texan. He is a former member of the NFL, former player in the NFL, also is the founder and the commissioner of the S.D.F.L. I love it, bro. I love it. And in the process of hopefully becoming the general manager of the Houston Texans. I got to keep saying that, man. I have got to keep saying that.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, man. And I don't know. You know Alonzo Highsmith. He just got a job with Seattle as well.
Right. I heard that, man.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, man. It's about to be a shift, man, and it's long overdue. Guys are very qualified, understand the game, understand the business. All we needed was opportunity, and this is what it's about.
Exactly. So we were talking about opportunity. We've got this $250 million coming from the league over 10 years. We got $100 million from Jordan, over 10 years. What are, in your opinion, you said that's step one. What are in your opinion, are some of the other steps that would be meaningful for the NFL to take to show that they're absolutely serious and fully committed to this beyond just throwing money at the problem?
I think it would be a situation of having league-wide initiatives with each and every team. And what we're going to do with our Legends, Houston Texans Legends Committee, we're going to set the template for the rest of the league. All the different things that I have my hands in, all the different things that the guys have their hands in as far as foundations and nonprofits, social justice, social injustice, social impact. We're going to set the tone for the rest of the NFL. We had a good meeting yesterday where we sat down, and there was about 6 or 7 of the former players from the Houston Texans, and we decided that we are going to be the catalyst in this deal. So I think it's all about actionable items. Right now, we are in a prime position to make that history that other people read about, and we definitely want to take this thing as serious as possible and make sure that when it comes down to diversity, inclusion, social justice, impact, and getting the people behind it, and us understanding what we have our hands on and what we can do now, we plan to lead that charge.
Garrick,
league-wide initiative.
Yeah, Garrick, and I got you. Yesterday we were talking about, obviously there are going to be a lot of players kneeling this season. Probably people who never thought about kneeling before. Now that they've got the green light from the commissioner to go ahead, you're going to see a lot of that. My question, and again, I was just asking it from a question standpoint. I'm not like I'm on any side of this. What more can the players get out of kneeling that they already haven't gotten, or that the current protest movement, not the riots and the burning of buildings, but the positive protest movement has already brought about? What more can kneeling do to assist in that?
It's all about unity.
Okay.
I think that what's going to happen is you're going to see a solidified front.
Mm-hmm.
And what that does is there's strength in numbers. And now that guys understand that the potential of losing your job, your livelihood, being able to take care of your families, that helps open up that voice. You got to understand, every movement needs a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
Colin was that sacrificial lamb.
True.
When it came down to this deal. But as it moves and as it progresses, we're able to now establish even more. It's just like the actual protesting. It's all 50 states and 18 countries. there's strength in numbers. And when the powers that be understand and listen, we just want to be heard, we want to take the right steps, it still will be something that will solidify this movement. And it's all about unity.
Gotcha.
That's across the board.
Gotcha. Garrick Jones, again, joining us here on the lunch break, former member of the Houston Texans, former player in the NFL, current commissioner and founder of the S.D.F.L, and in the process of trying to become the the general manager of the Houston Texans. Yeah, let me get it right. The word you used earlier was inclusion. We're asking for more inclusion. Right. We're asking for more inclusion. How do we make sure, and I know there are going to be some brothers and sisters mad at me for saying this, but how do we make sure that other folks don't feel excluded now that we have this greater inclusion for Black people?
Well, it's all about education. If you're uneducated to something and you don't understand it, the first mode of operation is to destroy it. It's like if you go outside and you see a bug on the ground, that bug probably is more afraid of you than you are of it because you don't understand it. So the knee-jerk reaction is to step on it. We have to educate. The situation with George Floyd and so many others in these protests now have exposed everything that is going on. So now it's about educating and educating everybody that's involved, and that's everybody in the world now. And once everybody understands, and we're now communicating, and the dialogue is there, and we're not listening to respond, and now we're listening to understand, we'll be in a better place.
Yeah. Garrick Jones breaking it down for us. Let's jump sports real quick before we have to go. What Bubba Wallace did with NASCAR, being the lone Black driver, and literally saying if NASCAR is serious about their statement about fighting against racism and injustice, one of the first things that they'll do is to ban the Confederate flag. And he had a few drivers, not a lot, but a few drivers echo his statements. And literally the next day or that day before the race, NASCAR announces that they are banning the Confederate flag from all of their events, from all of their facilities, from their drivers, from their vehicles. And it was contrary to their message of inclusion. I'm just still stunned that it happened. I mean, you got more people saying now, I feel like I want to learn more about NASCAR now because I feel like I can be included. I saw a little boy and his mom and dad on, the world news yesterday, and this kid just loves NASCAR, and the parents feel more comfortable now about taking him to the races.
Right. I mean, think about it. The people and the individuals that run these organizations are smart. They went to school for this. So for you to say now we want to include a race or more races in what we're doing, what that does is that opens it up for even more revenue. So why would you exclude all these other races when you can actually make more revenue? And that's what it's about. The bottom line is the bottom line with a lot of these organizations. They want to figure this thing out. But in doing so, they, in turn, now will start to learn about us. We'll start to learn about the culture. We'll start to learn about other cultures. And it all starts with money first. But once you really get down to the meat and potatoes of it and the brass tacks, you start to figure out, hey, I really could hang out with this young man or this young woman. And I really like them because I know them. And this is what we talked about yesterday. I wish that everybody has had to have to go through a team sport or a team atmosphere when you have to really learn how to rely on somebody that doesn't look like you. I have teammates from all over the world that I can talk to right now in the midst of this storm, and we still know how to communicate because we had to go out there for the same purpose and the greater good of what we were trying to do, which is win the games, become better brothers, and win championships. And that's what it all boils down to.
And that's what it all boils down to. And I'm glad to hear you say that because somebody else said something similar to it recently. And he literally said, now I feel like that same kind of camaraderie and unity and brotherhood and sisterhood has been carried out into the stands and the fans. And that was huge. That was a huge statement because, a lot of people can even go into a hostile environment. They're the visiting team in a very, Philadelphia or one of those hot places to play, but they never feel any kind of fear. We had the young people that were up in the Yankee Stadium, and they had to be escorted to a safer place, and they were beloved when they came back here. That's one thing. But when you literally feel like you're in a place that you're in danger for your life because of the color of your skin, that's something totally different. And now it feels like that is actually changing.
Right. And this is something that you will experience this once in a lifetime. It's one of those moments that you have to seize that moment, number one. You have to be mindful. And it's all about us trying to figure out how to get through this thing together. Because, win, lose, or draw, we're all here together.
Right.
It is what it is.
Right.
So, like I say, once you remove the emotion and the logic and separate those two, you can really look at this situation for what it's worth and understand that it's about to be a shift. It's about to be a change, and it's about to be a change for the better.
It's a change for the better.
That's what it all boils down to. It's the main thing is the main thing. Change for the better.
Garrick, stay right there. I got to get Sybil Wilkes in. She's going to give us an update on COVID-19, and then when we come back, I want you to tell everybody what you're doing, what you got going on in your push to be a part of this change. We'll do that next. Garrick Jones joining us right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
With what you need to know today about the coronavirus. About 1.5 million laid off workers applied for unemployment benefits last week. Nearly 21 million people are officially classified as unemployed. States are rolling back lockdowns, but the coronavirus is not done with us yet. Cases are rising in nearly half the states, a worrying trend that sent the stock market tumbling this morning. Experts link more testing, outbreaks, and lifting the stay-at-home orders to the uptick in cases. A young woman in her 20s whose lungs were damaged due to COVID-19 has successfully received a double lung transplant. The operation offers new hope for patients with extensive lung damage from coronavirus infection. Sadly, the United States has surpassed 2 million confirmed coronavirus cases Wednesday night as new hotspots emerge and hospitalizations go up in some states. More than 112,000 people have died from the coronavirus nationwide. Visit SybilWilkes.com to subscribe to my free daily newsletter. Be informed, be empowered.
Hey, what's going on? This is Lecrae, and right now you're listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. Let me get back to the phone line. Garrick Jones standing by with me. Garrick, you are a man on the move, bro. You got your hands on a lot of good things. And what I love is you doing it, some stuff behind the scenes, but you are busy. Tell everybody what you got going on, man.
Well, number one, we have the GM push. That's something that's near and dear to my heart right now. I have a vested interest in the Houston Texans organization, and my intent is to bring a Super Bowl to the city of Houston if I have the opportunity to assume that general manager role. And in order to do so, I have taken it upon myself to hit a lot of these buzzwords and hot spots when it comes down to a general manager in regards to me taking courses for general manager and scouting. I just finished my certification for an agent, actual sports agent. I'm actually leadership and management courses. All these different things are things I've already done with my league and have been in business, but what I wanted to make sure was I'm eliminating the buts and the whys and why not.
Right.
So that way I'm going to make it very hard for any organization not to bring me in. And that's what it's all about. I have a training camp mentality right now, and it's all about imposing this will and taking advantage of what's going on right now in order to be able to rectify and right the wrongs that we've lived through for so long. And my thing is understanding the workload of everything and everybody. So that way, once I get there now, we can get this clear and concise direction. And then from there, we can go ahead and bring the Super Bowl to the city of Houston. So I'm working, man, every day.
Brother, I see you. I believe in you. I thank God for you, man. Tell everybody where they can find you, follow you, and support you, man.
And you can go to Google. Your search engine is going to be your best friend. Just Garrick Jones NFL or Garrick Jones petition or hashtag GJ for GM. And everything will pop up. You'll get a chance to see that petition in which I'm putting all my interviews on there, my credentials, my qualifications, the reason for, the actual petition, and the signatures are like currency, guys. You know, when I get a chance to sit down with the powers that be.
Wait, Garrick, hold on. Let me hit this top of the hour. Hold on a second.
1140 KYOK. Conroe, the legend continues.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
Sorry about that, man. I had to get that in. That's the legal stuff, so we had to do that. But I like what you said. Those signatures are like currency. Go ahead and pick it up from there again.
Yeah, the signatures for these petitions are like currency. A lot of people look at these petitions as if they're a waste of time. You have to understand how to use those signatures. And for me, your signatures are like currency because it shows the organization how much money that they can actually bring in by bringing me in, or how much money they can lose.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah. Yeah. I also love something I heard you say, and I'm not trying to give you an alternative route because you know what you've been charged to do. But you said teams up. And I'm with you, Doc. You know, if the Texans can't realize your value and can't see how to bring you in to make this thing work, man, there's 31 others that might be able to do it. And I want to be able to say, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the show, General Manager of ... Garrick Jones. Put your hands together.
Right. I mean, and that's the same way with being a player. If one team doesn't see you viable, there's 31 others. 31 flavors. So my thing is, they know I'm here. They know I'm here, and they know what I'm about because of how I made it there the first time. So like I tell people all the time, there's no pressure. The only time there's pressure is when you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah, man.
I'm good.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That part right there. Garrick, thank you, man. Thank you for always being my brother. Thank you for always being my friend. We've been doing this since jump, man, since back in the days of Faith in Sports. So I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, Garrick.
I love you, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Love you too, man. Be safe out there. That's Garrick Jones, y'all. Again, great insight on what's going on with the NFL. Great insight on what's going on with the way things are going now with this new mind frame, frame of mind. And I appreciate him coming on and just giving some insight to that. So if you got comments that you want to make about anything that he said, we discussed, 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. That's good stuff. Keith Hennick, I see you there. El Michelle, I see you there. El Michelle, those signatures are like currency. I'm going to put that link up after the show is over. I'll put that link up for the petition, and you can sign it and you can get behind it because, like you said, every one of those names has a dollar value attached to it. And Garrick wants to be able to sit down with Cal McNair, who himself has made a statement and talked about his commitment to this change, this movement. Literally, I give him a lot of credit, Cal McNair. He went to the homegoing service of George Floyd, and when folks tried to ask him about football-related stuff, he said, out of respect to the family, I'm just here to honor George Floyd. So let me go to the phone line. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this calling?
Hey, Jay, happy Friday, man. This is Keith. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, Keith. I'm enjoying hearing from you, man. I got to be honest.
Man, I'm streaming you all the way in Waller, Texas today, bro.
Man, Waller, what's up? What's going on, Keith?
I'm just passing through, man. So, hey, not a whole lot, man. I just wanted to quickly comment on that interview. It was solid, bro. I'm wishing that brother extreme success. I hope that he I hope that he is able to get in with the Texans, but to be honest, I think he brings more to the table than what the Texans is offering. And I think he probably knows that, but nonetheless, I wish him nothing but success, man. I like the way the brother's head is. Hey, I wanted to quickly point out something. I don't know, we talked a little bit yesterday about the whole Black Lives Matter movement and how those, how our power in dollars and how we choose to spend our money and time and resources impact this society. So much so, I'm not sure if you had a chance to because you've been on the air, but if you hadn't noticed, Starbucks reversed their role in saying that they were going to tell all of their employees they couldn't wear any Black Lives Matter paraphernalia. But because the internet and because, again, our dollars speak volumes, people began to protest. In less than 24 hours, Starbucks is now changing their role and allowing their employees to wear Black Lives Matter paraphernalia. And that's just one indication of just how powerful our voices are, and more importantly, how powerful our dollars are. And man, I think, man, if we just continue to stay the course and again, really speak to Black Lives Matter like every life matter, man, we will see significant change. And then the one last thing I'll say to that is when change comes, we, like that brother was just talking about, he's preparing himself. He don't want to hear nobody to say the buts or the whys. We need to be prepared to step into roles that we have been saying we wanted our entire lives. You got to be prepared and don't let the ball drop.
Absolutely.
We've got to get ourselves prepared, man.
I agree with you 100% times 1,000, man, because it's nothing like waiting or asking for a chance and then being ill-prepared when the chance comes. You never know when that opportunity is going to present itself, and the last thing we want to do is drop the ball. And like you said, give somebody a chance to say, I told you so, or here's why we didn't do this before. So that's one thing I love about Garrick, man. He undrafted, got into the league, got in with the Texans. I mean, this guy was literally driving around to different workouts and tryouts and was uninvited and ended up making it into the league and has not looked back since. So, man, again, I think that mentality is one that we got to adopt.
Exactly, bro. And that kind of hunger and passion never fails, man. Because while other people are sleeping and taking it easy, brothers like him, brothers like you are grinding when everybody else is taking some time off thinking they got it made. And that's the one caveat, and that's the thing that I'll say to our people, man, is like, we can't stop grinding, man. Just because there seems to be a semblance of movement or change in the atmosphere doesn't mean we take our feet off the gas, man. We got to go harder like never before.
I remember a songwriter and a singer said, wake up everybody, no more sleeping in bed. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All that's coming back to fruition, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, brother, listen, have a wonderful weekend, man. God bless you, and I'll talk to you next week. I'll continue to listen online.
I appreciate you, man. Be safe out there, all right?
Yes, sir. You safe.
Always a good call from Keith. Always a good call. One of my favorite callers right there. So, again, if you want to get in with your thoughts, with your comments, want to do that, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. I love what he said about using our voices. I love what he says about using our voices. I want to go back to, if I can find it real quick, I want to go back to the interview that they had with Rusty Wallace. Interview that they had with Rusty Wallace after Bubba Wallace. I'm sorry, not Rusty Wallace. Bubba Wallace, after he found out that they were going to be banning the Confederate flag in NASCAR. I want you to listen to a little bit of this, if you will, right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
Announcement by NASCAR today, Bubba Wallace. You were very pointed on your comments about wanting some change within the sport. What's your take on the announcement that took place a little while ago for NASCAR?
Sorry. Bravo. Props to NASCAR and everybody involved. This has been a stressful couple weeks, and this is no doubt the biggest race of my career tonight. And it couldn't be at a more perfect place where I got my first win in the Truck Series in 2013, followed it up with that second one in 2014. So I'm excited about tonight, man. There's a lot of emotions, on the racetrack and off the racetrack that are riding with us. But tonight is something special. Today's been special. Again, hats off to NASCAR. Phelps and I have been in contact a lot, just trying to figure out what steps are next. And that was a huge pivotal moment for the sport. A lot of backlash, but it creates doors and allows the community to come together as one. And that's what the real mission is here. So I'm excited about that, and just going to keep going on tonight. we were told by my tire guy to run that part of the car into people, get them out of the way. We're showing a lot of compassion, love, and understanding, though, while we do it. All right, good luck. Thanks, Bubba. Thanks.
Bubba Wallace, the thing that I loved about that interview was he didn't just do a victory dance for the himself. He didn't do that. He literally gave a standing ovation wearing his face mask, and on the face mask was, hold on, wait for it, the American flag. This wasn't a victory dance for him. This was a victory dance for everybody. This was a victory dance. And he thanked NASCAR for listening to him and making what was a tough change. They tried to do this before back in 2015 and couldn't get it done. And literally, the day after Bubba Wallace made the call for it, right before a race, NASCAR just decided to do it. And like he said, they got backlash. What's the driver? Hold on, let me get his name. Let me get his name. Because I want to send out thoughts and prayers to him. I want to send out thoughts and prayers because boy, did he get a little burn. Ray Ciccarelli. Ray Ciccarelli said, "I'd like to announce I'm retiring from NASCAR after this season. I cannot drive a car for a league that won't allow my special flag." And I sure hope this isn't Photoshop, but they say that NASCAR responded back saying, "We actually had to Google you to find out who you were. I'm sure your dozens of fans are real sad about your crusade to defend participation trophies." I don't know if that was legit or not, but it was pretty funny. I don't know if that was Photoshopped or not, but it was pretty funny. Because on the serious side of it, it says this. Were you just driving so that you could have a Confederate flag waving in the stands? You haven't won a race. The highest you've ever been is 33. So were you just driving so that you could have a Confederate flag in the race? And I know, again, we talked about this yesterday. Everybody wants us to understand the history of the Confederate flag. What you say the history is and what the history means to somebody else are two different things. And I didn't want to be insensitive to people who lost loved ones in the Vietnam War. I don't ever want to be insensitive to people who lost loved ones in World War II. My grandfather fought in World War II. I don't want to be insensitive to people who lost loved ones in other, world altercations. But nowhere else do they erect monuments and statues and flags in honor of an invading power. You are talking about a group of people, and I don't care if they were a part of the United States or not, because watch this. The Black Panthers, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, you name it. Every group that doesn't think like certain people is considered to be an enemy to the state. Here we have an actual group that attacked the state. Not just some people, but the whole half of the country. And everybody is supposed to just say, oh, okay, that's a part of our history. I'll say it again. So was Nat Turner. Where is his statue? Where are the schools named after him? For Christ's sake, we can't even get Harriet Tubman on a piece of money. This is not all about certain people's history. History has a place. It's called a museum. I am 100% times 1,000 in support of putting and memorializing history in its proper place. A race car arena, a race car stadium, a race car itself, a patch on a driver's shoulder is not where it belongs. I'm sorry. Ray Ciccarelli, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
Non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-961-2730. 800-961-2730. That's 800-961-2730.
Hey, sports fans, this is AJ Jones, and I know we're all going through some trying times right now. Schools are closed, and things are far from normal. I was thinking, how can we help here on KYOK and on the lunch break? And I heard these words, help make memories. So how about this? How about your child, age 12 and up, has a chance to be my co-host for the day? That's right, 30 minutes every Tuesday right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. Your child can invite their friends, their family, and even their classmates to hear them talk sports with me, AJ Jones, on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. Send me an email message at aj@kyoksports.com. That's aj@kyoksports.com with your child's name and why they should be the one to be my co-host for the day. Again, we're going to make memories during this tough times right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Having trouble getting focused? Getting your to-do list done?
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
KYOK 1140 and 92.3.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
Hey, what's up? This is your boy James Fortune, and you are listening to The Lunch Break. Keep it locked.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. Of course, I'm getting those text messages. Somebody told me I don't know anything about history. If I knew anything about history, I wouldn't be sounding as dumb as I do. Okay, thank you. If you want to send in a text, please do. 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. I welcome all your text messages. If you want to call in and you can be respectful and not curse, hit me up. 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. Let's do this then. Let's go with that knowledge. I might not know a lot about history and the Civil War. I might not know a lot about the Daughters of the Confederate and the Sons of the Confederate and the Dixie, whatever. And I might not know a lot about this, but I do know this. The South fought against the North which at that time literally represented the nation because the South decided to change its own flag to the one that you all are fighting for now. It wasn't like the version of the Stars and Stripes back then was fighting against the version of the Stars and Stripes up there. You literally created your own confederacy, and you literally created your own flag. And oh, yeah, by the way, with my limited knowledge of that era, you lost. So are we putting and erecting monuments to people who created their own thing and lost? Because if so, as I said before, let's go ahead and throw up a monument to the commander or the chief from Japan that came up with the idea to bomb Pearl Harbor while their delegates were here. Again, no disrespect to the descendants of the survivors of Pearl Harbor, none whatsoever. But it is such an illogical argument that it doesn't make sense that we're even still having it. And if you want to talk about it just being history, then let me ask you this. How come there are no great Indian chiefs on Mount Rushmore? How come you only got to pick the presidents that you wanted to pick to go on Mount Rushmore? Why is Frederick Douglass not on Mount Rushmore? Why is Martin Luther King not on? Well, hey, Jay, it was carved before Martin Luther King was born. Then why isn't phase 2 happening and Martin Luther King not on it? I'm listening. I could say a whole bunch of names, but I don't want to go too deep on you because remember, I got a limited knowledge of history. You can't create your own history and try and force it on everybody else and expect other people to just say, oh yeah, okay, I know that ain't what happened, but okay, no problem, rock with it. But don't say Black Lives Matter, and don't be a different religion, and don't worship in a mosque, don't wear a burqa, because it's a land of the free and the home of the brave, as long as you don't do those things. Don't protest during the anthem. Don't kneel down at a football game. Don't do any of those things and accept our history and you'll be fine. We're all right with you people. I'm sorry. Those times have passed, and people are literally fighting to put an end to this nonsense. It's just that simple. You can say what you want to say. It just doesn't make any sense. So if you want to play the all lives matter game with me, no problem. No problem. All armies matter. All fighting sides matter. All religions matter. Don't come, and I'm a pastor. Don't come to me with your Easter. All religions matter. Yeah, but Buddha didn't get up. You don't know. You weren't there. Play this game with me. I can play it all day long. I got time today. I got to take a break right now, but I got time today. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
You're a diabetic. You need supplies, but you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do? Call US Med for home delivery of your supplies. If you have diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at little or no cost, which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers and helps you make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
800-417-0851. 800-417-0851. That's 800-417-0851.
How'd you like to eliminate your expensive cable bill forever or get new satellite internet where cable can't go? Well, now you can have affordable satellite internet service for a few dollars a day. All you need is a mini satellite installed, and you can have unlimited internet connections wirelessly in your home or office. And no cable boxes means unlimited connections and no clutter. You can surf the internet or stream any of your favorite television services with no cable. And the best part is, satellite internet service costs only a few dollars a day for your entire home. Yes, fast internet to surf or stream television for a few bucks a day. Call now for free details and learn how to drop your expensive cable bill.
800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. That's 800-712-8044.
Having trouble getting focused? Getting your to-do list done?
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
KYOK 1140 and 92.3.
Nobody wants to get ripped off, broken into, or robbed, but nobody wants to pay a lot of money to have their home protected either. I've got an offer to tell you about to provide home security for your home for less than $1 a day. For real, with no installation or equipment charges. And this is from a company rated #1 by a leading consumer research company. According to the facts, most of you won't even call unless there's a burglary in your neighborhood or something bad happens. So let's give you a reason. Save money. For less than $1 a day with no other costs, you can get your home secured. Plus, get a lifetime equipment replacement warranty. You need protection for your home. Call the Home Security Hotline right now.
800-561-6947. 800-561-6947. 800-561-6947. Again, that's 800-561-6947.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
Hey, what's going on? This is Lecrae, and right now you're listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, we're back on The Lunch Break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, getting a lot more text messages. Let me read some of the comments that we got on Facebook Live. Big Time Floyd said, hello, AJ and Breakers. The people around the country protesting must save the energy for the November 3rd election. The eviction of 45 is imperative in order to restore back the moral values of America. If we fail to finish the job, then we all run the risk of the country being destroyed by the evil culture of racism. Let's see. Lisa Johnson said, I want to talk about small town abuse of the justice system. What about white people hiding behind the bench to give brothers time, making up cases? No one would ever catch this. It's time out. My brother Ray Scott received 99 years on a 13-year-old assault case out of Giddings, Texas. That's the part that, while people are so busy fighting for a flag and fighting for the right to, talk crazy and walk crazy and act crazy. And yeah, I said crazy because it's crazy. I'm just tired of calling it and just being so polite on what it is. It is absolutely crazy that you want to defend an era of time that was everything against what you claim to support right now. You're mad at people kneeling down during the national anthem because it disrespects the flag and the country, but you want to hold up a flag and support a part of the country that fought against the very country that you claim to love. That part is just, it makes sense. Lisa Johnson brings up a good point. Where is your fight? Where is that same kind of energy for these small-time judges? And I know about them. I know about them. I used to pastor a church down in Kendleton, Texas. I know about them. The whole police department down there got disbanded because they were a legitimate speed trap. And once you went to court in Kendleton, You got your car taken. You got your license revoked. You got all kinds of things, fines out of this world. And that wasn't under Obama's administration that the federal government stepped in and disbanded the entire police department down there. You got a lot of this small town stuff going on where people of color are serving far longer sentences than people like the Brock Turners of the world. You know Brock Turner, Google him and look him up. He is the Stanford swimmer that literally had to be physically removed off of a passed out drunk woman that he was sexually assaulting. And then, of course, he goes to trial and the judge don't want to ruin his life because he's a good young kid and gives him weeks instead of years. And all the sympathetic, rich and powerful, well-spoken European folks wrote in and talked about how poor Brock steak doesn't even taste the same for him. He's so sick. What about the girl that he raped, sexually assaulted? And I ain't putting a legend in it because he was removed off top of her. When does little Darnell or Denzel or Daquan, when do they get a judge say, hey, I don't want to ruin their life? I mean, you got people wanting to justify the murder of George Floyd because of his past, but, little Johnny, he was just a kid. He didn't know any better. He was just a kid. No sense in ruining his life over something like that. You took a man's life over something like that. Over a counterfeit $20 bill that to this day, we have no knowledge of whether he knew it was counterfeit, intended to pass a counterfeit bill or not. Why? He didn't get due process. Philando Castro didn't get due process. Eric Garner didn't get due process. I could go on and on and on. And you want to fight over a flag at a racetrack. Tell you what, you fight for the flag, we're going to fight for the black people. We're going to fight for the black lives. I didn't say matter. I don't want to trigger you. I didn't say matter. I just said we're going to fight for the black lives. Can we do that? Can I say fight for black lives? Is that okay? I mean, if you give me permission to use my unalienable rights, I'd appreciate it. Like, when does that First Amendment kick in, actually? Is there an age limit? Lisa Johnson, I'm praying for you and your family. I hope this movement takes place up in Giddings so that you can get justice for your brother. But it's stuff like this that people just don't understand. While you're trying to convince me that all lives matter, there's a Lisa Johnson out there whose brother is locked up over something that did not require 99 years. How many people have gone to jail for a small amount? I'm sorry, not jail, prison. How many people have gone to prison for a small amount of marijuana, and now people have got the nerve to be making marijuana legal? People have marijuana businesses. Did they go back and let those people out of jail? No, the majority of them are people of color. People are in prison for life over crack cocaine, but we have the nerve to be putting money towards opioid abuse. It's still a drug. It's abusing a drug. It's drug abuse. Oh, but it's opioid. Hello, you're live on a lunch break. Who's this?
Hi, I'd like to make a comment.
Please do. You're live on the air.
Oh, I'd just like to say, once again, it goes back to money. They're offering something to us that we can't buy, that you can't buy with money. We want equality. We want justice. And they know that if we decide to wake up and unite, and fool them once again like we did in slavery, that they're in trouble. We won't starve. If everybody decided to leave the NFL plantation, the NBA plantation, we'd be okay, because a lot of those black players, they came from nothing anyway. So if they decided to all wake up like Colin Kaepernick, he walked away from millions of dollars. And if the rest of us decide to, then they're in trouble. They'll starve. So it's nothing for them to throw $10, $20, $250 million at us. That's $25 million a year over 10 years. They didn't say, okay, we're going to do $1 billion a year or $250 million in a year. They decided to amortize it over a 10-year period. That's nothing but T-shirt sales for one franchise in a season, not even a whole year. So, we'll take it, sure. Any one step in a move to a positive direction, but it still boils down to money for them.
And I got that. And I got that. And I'm glad to hear you say we'll take it, and thank you, because that's really where I am. I'll never forget, I had a very nice corporate job, and I told my grandmother's sister that I was going to go quit my job. She said, why? I said, because I'm just not happy. She said, oh, yeah, they got benefits down there? Yes, ma'am. You got an expense account? Yes, ma'am. You flying all around the world? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's a good job to go down and quit. She said, FYI, I wouldn't be that mad. I'll take your $250 million. I'll take that. But like you were about to say, there needs to be other steps.
Sure, because what we want, you can't buy with money. But for them, it's all about money. If everybody decides to pull a Colin Kaepernick, they will starve. We'll continue to go on. We'll just, all get together, backyard summer cook. That's just how we are.
You just made me laugh. You know what? You just brought up a very good point. We can find a way to have a good day in the middle of whatever's going on, right?
Exactly. Look, when we were slaves, we didn't have the center cut of the pig. We didn't have the filet mignon. We got the scraps. But look what we want to make in delicacies out of we made a delicacy out of the greens of the earth, okay? Out of the leaves. We boiled them down, seasoned them, and put cow's foot and pig's foot and whatever else we could do to flavor it. And now look, you got white people going to echelon places asking for, can I have an oxtail with a side of kale? Kale used to be the bottom of the earth. We make it work, okay?
You have made my day. You have literally encouraged me in ways I didn't even know I needed to be encouraged. Because you're not lying. You're not lying. We'll put a piece of chicken in a pot, throw some noodles in there, and feed everybody in the house and some neighbors too. You hear me?
I had a Caucasian friend who used to be a prison guard, and he one day made some noodles, the ramen noodles out of the package, and he spruced those things up. He put vegetables, cut up green peppers, onions, put some chicken and this, that, and the other and everything. He goes, yeah, I learned this from the inmates. So he learned that from the black inmates. He's like, they were eating gourmet. He learned, now here he was in the free world, could go to any restaurant he wanted to, but he learned how to, really get down from the black inmates. And, I was like, okay, so we make it work. They hate us, but they need us. And they hate that they need us.
Now, that's a profound statement right there. That's a profound statement right
Hello?
there. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm talking to the dead mic. That was a very profound statement right there. Very profound statement. I appreciate your call. You got to call back. What's your name? Sharia, girl, listen, don't lose this number. Anytime I'm on, you're welcome on the show, all right?
I appreciate it. Thank you so much once again, and have a great day.
All right, you too. That was a call right there. That blessed me right there. I'm telling you. I agree. I endorse that message. My name is AJ Jones of the Lunch Break, and I endorse that call right there. Sharia dropped it. She ain't like, people don't understand. Listen, there was a guy, and then I got good news. My daughter made historian of her dance team at her high school, and my chest just popped out. Somebody gonna say, "See, your daughter was able to make hush." Close your mouth now. Leave my daughter alone, because you'll see a different side of me. Let's see. I got to type. I'm so happy for you. I should get her on the air and embarrass her. But yeah, man, that's good news right there. But there was a guy, and it's a brother too. A brother was on social media trying to get somebody to win $100 from him. And he was giving away $100 if somebody could tell him one thing that President Barack Obama did for black people. And I was infuriated because to me, it was insulting. So I read a few, of the posts down, and people answered his question, but he literally did not give them credit for their answer and kept saying, y'all don't want this money, y'all don't want this money. Number one, throwing money at everything is not the solution to a problem. And people think that they can control you or make you jump for money. And I was glad that a lot of people did not take the bait. The bottom line is, for people that don't want to see it, you're not gonna see it no matter what anybody says. I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, out of, at the time, 231 years of having presidents, we only had one black. Out of 231 years of having presidents, we only had one black. Let that sink in for a second. I got to take a break. We'll be right back. Sharia, that call right there, girl. Call me back anytime you want, Sharia. You done made me hungry and happy. We'll be right back.
This is a potter's field. When people can't pay for their funerals, they are buried here. It is a lonely, desolate place, littered with unmarked headstones. No one visits. No one leaves flowers. But it doesn't have to be that way. For as low as $1 a day, you can ensure your family will have the money to pay your funeral expenses. We offer burial insurance plans that pay up to $30,000. Considering the average funeral costs more than $10,000, that's peace of mind for your family. There are no medical exams, your rates won't increase, and your policy cannot be canceled as long as you make your premium payments. Call now to get approved in minutes and ensure your final resting place is more than just a potter's grave.
You jump up out the bed, you do your Holy Ghost dance, and then you say, you lay back down and say,
308-6729, 800-308-6729. That's 800-308-6729. Paid for by Final Expense Direct.
Don't let me miss anything. You hear me?
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? Quick Cash Offer can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash on the phone without dealing with real estate agents and risking your safety by showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your home to foreclosure. If you have any equity in your home, we will buy it and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call Quick Cash Offer now before the economy gets worse.
How about she laying in the bed?
Sell a home you can't afford or just don't want.
I be running down the street with no clothes on. Why you ain't got no clothes on? I'm the historian of my dance team.
1431. 800-780-1431.
Kingdom.
780-1431. That's 800-780-1431.
Hey, this is Tori and Terry, and we're with a new show on the legendary KYOK called Marriage Talks with Tori and Terry.
Yes, that's Saturdays at 1 p.m. Marriage Talk with us. You can call in and talk with us about your marriage questions, engagement, relationship questions. We're here to assist you. Saturdays at 1 p.m.
And that's on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
Talk to you then.
Again I say unto you, if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything, it shall be done for them by my Father who is in heaven. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. Matthew 18, 19, and 20. That's the gospel. And we're KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK. 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
Beautiful people, this is Major. This is why I love you on the lunch break.
All All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, and this is our Freestyle Friday, and I just got done calling my daughter to congratulate her on making the team historian for her dance team, and I'm real excited about that. I just called her and told her, I almost called her and put her on the air and surprised her, but she said, no, don't do that. So yeah, I had to give it up for her. That's just exciting to me. I think Ferdinand said it earlier. All we want is an opportunity, and she got her chance. So I'm real excited to see what she's going to do in that. All right. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa said big congratulations. Karen Gibson said we need that in a T-shirt. Lisa, you calling in? Lisa, call in 281-453-1000. 281-453-1000. Would love to hear from you. I'm still getting some of those text messages where people are talking about my lack of understanding for the history of the Confederacy and the flag and what it really means. And all right, so let's do this. Just like it took people forever to understand what Colin Kaepernick was trying to do, y'all want to talk about stats, and y'all want to talk about his Muslim girlfriend, and y'all want to talk about the socks and the T-shirt and all that. How about I just don't understand yet. Give me time, but I don't understand yet. And while I don't understand, just don't bring it to the racetrack, okay? Don't wear it. Don't bring it to the racetrack yet, okay? All right, we'll do it like y'all did. Remember how it took some of y'all a while to understand what Colin was doing and why and all of that? I need time. Fair? Equal and balanced, right? Fair? Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this? Oh, she hung up. Call back. I didn't answer. So what I do when I'm on the radio is I'll just hit the button. So call me back, Lisa. 281-453-1000. 281-453-1000. Okay, that's her. All right, Lisa, I'm coming to you. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
It's Lisa.
Lisa, turn your radio down in the back.
Okay, hold on just a second. Let me get that. Gotcha.
All right, Lisa, what's happening?
What's happening is I sent some information in about my brother, Ray Scott. We've been fighting this case for over 21 years. Many people never wanted to actually really admit what's going on in small towns. I was raised in LaGrange, Texas, but I'm from Houston. And I have never seen anything like this before in my life. And it's hot. No one would ever think that in the court system that they do whatever they want to do, bring up any kind of charge, and your loved one is gone. You have no money to get them out. So this is the problem. Sometimes you reach the ones who are justice fighters, who's out there doing so many things, and they're asking you for a large amount of money, and you're thinking, okay, here we go again. You don't have the money to get there's no attention on your case, just like poor George Floyd.
Right.
Died before somebody actually, the whole world stood. You know, if you look at some of the dialogue, some of the shows I've been on, we have something, we run the Feral Theft Show. When I did go on Feral Theft Show, 3 months later, Ray was released on probation. It's sad, but we thought we would never see him because you're talking 99 years for a white lady being beaten up in a hotel room where there's nothing. How do you get a fingerprint and you get blood, but it's not my brother's blood and it's not the victim's blood, but you're saying you have a partial palm print? Okay, but then when you get it, when you get to court, you say because the print was so old, you're going to redo it again. How do you fingerprint a man in court, hold it up to the air, and state that, oh, it's a match? And you tell the jurors that. And while the jurors are deliberating, the district attorney goes in there and talks with the jurors while they're deliberating. Not only that, he states the reason my brother didn't match the description is because Black people, you gotta hear this, as the seasons of the year change, we can be very light complected because the person that actually did the assault on this white lady This was a light complected person who did it. Looked like someone of a different race. Well, my brother was very dark complected. He was the color of George Floyd, actually. And when I saw this, I saw this on TV, it just keeps playing in my mind, and this man is calling out for his mother. This has taken me to a whole different level. I mean, it has depressed all of my sons.
Yeah, I can imagine that happen. I can imagine that happening because that's a triggering event.
It goes back to my grandfather he was a leader. He started the NAACP in this little small country town. He integrated the school. So we already had a mark by us. Like, you think you one of the black, the smart one. We're going to do something to the family. So it's been crosses burned in their yard. But my grandfather was a fighter. So, we have all the information back then. But my thing is this. How you going to try a man and the case is in someone else's name? All this time we've been fighting, we couldn't afford to hire an attorney. I was a professional model. I gave up my modeling to try to help my brother because I knew that if I start on something, I'm not going to quit.
Right.
And I didn't. And he's out now, still fighting this case. But when I spoke to Sheila Jackson Lee and Sylvester Turner, they did have his case sent over to the Innocence Project with TSU. But my thing is, the students that graduate, my thing is, if we see the courts have just trumped us with choices, why do we have to go through all this just to seek justice?
Right. And again, that's the part that people don't get, man. I mean, stuff that just makes absolutely no sense for us takes a lifetime to get straightened out, if ever. And then for them, it's a phone call, to their powerful friend who's a friend of the district attorney, or who's a friend of the judge, or who's a friend of the congressperson, or a friend of the state representative, and things get worked out. And my heart goes out to you. Somebody said it. I'm sitting here getting so angry and upset I can't even see straight.
My dad fought in World War II. Do you understand what I'm saying? My dad fought in World War II. We can't even get justice. And this man fought in our country, and his own son get betrayed. You should have seen my brother when he was in court. I promise you, I will make a movie. I will do whatever I need to do to let people know what happened to him as well. Because maybe if somebody would have paid attention to what was going on with my brother's case, maybe George Floyd wouldn't have been killed. Maybe some of the others, Sandra Bland, some of them may have been. If we put that stress in working together, instead of letting us carry that pole by yourself. Yeah. Because when I get off this phone and anyone see anything, if they hear Ray A. Scott crying out for justice, read that out of the African American News and Issues. Look at the Pharaoh Peck show. He did 2 shows on us, and it's there, it's documented. Way back then, when the young man was inside of Willowbrook Mall, Jesse Valdez, when the laws jumped him for nothing, just for riding a scooter in the mall. They tried to bring blood from him. He did get off on that case. But look how we're targeted so much. I have to talk to my sons. You got to make sure you don't look like this person.
Right.
Or go out.
Right.
This is real. This is real.
Right. Lisa, say your brother's name again, please.
Ray A. Scott.
Ray A. Scott. Okay. We're going to be praying with you. We're going to be praying for you. If there's any kind of movement that we could be a part of, whether it be, petition or writing or calling or whatever we can do, you got a lot of folks that are listening that may be able to do something. You said that Sylvester Turner and Sheila Jackson Lee have gotten his case over to the Innocence Project over at TSU?
Yes, at Thurgood Marshall Hospital at TSU.
Okay, all right.
There now.
Okay, all right. So again, go ahead.
You'll hear from us.
Okay.
Definitely hear from us.
And that number that I keep giving out as my text number, use that number, reach out to me, give me updates so I can let folks know what's going on with you and your family. But I want you to stay connected with us, okay?
I sure will. Thank you very much.
No, Lisa, thank you. Thank you for sharing your brother's story right here.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Bye-bye. Lisa Johnson, her brother's name is Ray A. Scott. This is why we do what we do. This is why I'm not going to just shut up and talk sports. This is why LeBron is not going to shut up and dribble. This is why Deshaun is not going to just shut up and throw the ball. This is why. This is why. If you still think that Colin Kaepernick kneeling is about a flag and the troops, then you don't want to get it. You don't want to get it. If you fight this hard for the Confederate flag and you're not mad because of Ray A. Scott, oh, I need more information. I just don't have enough information. Guess what? Do it like this. It's another one of the too many. And if you don't have enough information and can see enough trends right now, then you don't want to see them. I don't need more information on Brock Turner. I don't need more information on the judge. Let him off light because finish the rhyme. I'm going to get Sybil Wilkes in and let her do her COVID-19, and I'm going to sign off this show. Been a good one. I thank God for Garrick Jones, Lisa Johnson, all of our other callers. Y'all made it a great show. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know today about the coronavirus. About 1.5 million laid-off workers applied for unemployment benefits last week. Nearly 21 million people are officially classified as unemployed. States are rolling back lockdowns, but the coronavirus is not done with us yet. Cases are rising in nearly half the states, a worrying trend that sent the stock market tumbling this morning. Experts link more testing, outbreaks, and lifting the stay-at-home orders to the uptick in cases. A young woman in her 20s whose lungs were damaged due to COVID-19 has successfully received a double lung transplant. The operation offers new hope for patients with extensive lung damage from coronavirus infection. Sadly, the United States has surpassed 2 million confirmed coronavirus cases Wednesday night as new hotspots emerge and hospitalizations go up in some states. More than 112,000 people have died from the coronavirus nationwide. Visit SybilWilkes.com to subscribe to my free daily newsletter. Be informed, be empowered.
My name is Devon McDonald from Jamaica, play with Indianapolis Colts, and you listen to the lunch break.
All right, we're back here on the show, Lunch Break Sports Talk Show here on the legendary KYOK. I want to do a little something more than just thoughts and prayers. If you are an attorney and you can hear me, or you are a friend or family member of an attorney and you can hear me, get this information about Ray A. Scott to them. Get this information and see if they would be willing to lend their time, their expertise to this young man's case, please. We got a broad network. We got people listening all over the world to this show. And if you are an attorney or you are the friend or family member of an attorney, get that young man's name to them. Tell them that it's over at the Innocence Project at TSU, but you want to lend your time, your talent, your expertise to making sure that justice is done. Please reach out. Again, Ray A. Scott. All right. Lisa Johnson is the sister, and they would greatly welcome your help. All right. Let me do a quick update before I go. LeBron James is starting a group called More Than a Vote. That group is going to fight against voter suppression like we saw in Georgia and like maybe happening in other places. NCAA Football Oversight Committee passed a recommendation that coaches can begin formally working out with their teams on July 13th. NFL committed $250 million over 10 years to a fund to combat systematic racism and injustices against African-American people. And they are going to use every platform, every network to make sure that there is awareness and fight that justice. The Spurs, San Antonio Spurs, have started a thing called Spurs Voices, where they are listening to stories from fans, players, and even employees on how racism has affected their lives and their communities. So just wanted to get those pieces of news out. All right, listen, let me get ready to go. Donnie McClurkin is up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, the latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. Also, you've got over the weekend, you've got Marriage Talk, you've got Angel Lewis, you've got Jesse Jackson, Keep Hope Alive, and you've got Walt Baby Love with gospel tracks. Come Monday morning, of course, you'll have Erica Campbell and Griff Get Up Morning, 6 a.m. to 9, and then your boy will be back on Media Monday. I've got a lot of virtual co-hosts for the day lined up for next week, so y'all stay tuned to that. They have been phenomenal this week, have they not? They've been phenomenal since the beginning of this initiative, have they not? So again, we thank God for you. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you, and there is nothing you can do about it. But let's stay united, all right? All right, take care.
1140 KYOK Conroe. The legend continues.
All right, y'all. I got to get ready to go, but I got to tell you, the Lisa Johnsons and the other folks that have called in, and including Garrick Jones, they are literally the hearts of why this change and this movement was necessary. Notice I said the hearts because they are the beating, they are the blood, they are the ones that have been affected by this. This is not going back to the beginning of time. This is right now. These are the people that in 2020 are literally fighting against, experienced, or living through racism and injustices. We don't have to look far to realize that the time to change this is right now. And I'm just going to say it. You don't have to like it by any means necessary. It's that important. So find your role in it. If it's to pray, if it's to donate, if it's to march, if it's whatever it is, find your role in it. And that's whether you are Black, whether you're white, whether you're Asian, Hispanic, wherever you are around the world, find your role in it, play your part, and this will work together. Again, not divided, united. We'll come through this, okay? Y'all take care. God bless.